Will the US get its first female president, or will Donald Trump win a second term? Americans head to the polls on November the 5th. Here are some quick facts about the presidential election. Vice President Kamala Harris, the Democratic candidate, joined the race after President Joe Biden dropped out on July 21st, and no other Democrat stood against her. The Republican candidate for the third straight election is former President Trump, who won his party's support with a massive lead over his rivals. According to think tank Pew Research Center, the economy is the top issue among voters. Inflation soared during Mr. Biden's presidency. Ms. Harris has said her priority would be to reduce food and housing costs for working families, while Trump has promised to end inflation and make America affordable again, as well as to deliver lower interest rates, which a president does not control. Another key issue, women's reproductive freedom. Ms. Harris has long supported a woman's right to an abortion, making abortion rights a central part of her campaign. She continues to advocate for legislation that would enshrine reproductive rights nationwide. Trump, on the other hand, has struggled to stick to a position, shifting from leaving it to each state's discretion to taking a more moderate stance in recent weeks. During the September 10th presidential debate, he said he would veto a national abortion ban. A third issue is the ongoing conflict in Gaza. Ms. Harris has backed the Biden administration's position, a ceasefire deal that includes the release of Hamas's hostages, as well as a two-state solution. She has also publicly supported Israel's right to defend itself. Now, Trump is a staunch supporter of Israel and has condemned pro-Palestinian supporters on U.S. college campuses. At times, he is critical of the way Israel has conducted the war, claiming that the war would have never happened if he were president. However, he hasn't offered his own plan for peace in the Middle East. Did you also know that Americans do not directly choose the president? Under the Electoral College system, a voter picks the candidate's electors, with states allocated electoral votes partly based on their population. Essentially, the candidate who wins at least 270 electors out of the total 538 wins, whether or not he or she has also received the most votes nationally. We saw that in 2016, when Trump won the election despite losing the popular vote to Mrs. Hillary Clinton. The result tends to be out on election night itself. However, there have been instances when vote counting has taken longer, like in 2020, when it took 5 days before Mr. Biden was declared the winner.